Hello and welcome back to the Chicago White Sox March to October, and welcome to the World Series. Today, for the first time in this series, we'll be playing in the World Series. We missed it in year one, but here we are, right where we're supposed to be in year two. We'll be taking on the Mets, and before we get into game one, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a preview, a little bit of scouting on what the Mets look like. And first of all, their path was definitely different than ours. Our path, we were the number one seed in the American League. We swept Tampa Bay, who won the wild card game. We beat the Mariners then in the ALCS 4-1. But the Mets had a bit of a different route. They played in the wild card game, won that obviously, and then they beat the Dodgers 3-1 in the NLDS. Took 7 games for them to beat Atlanta, and now here they are. And just based on record alone, this has to be one of the biggest differences in records going into the World Series, maybe in World Series history. We're at 114-48 in the regular season. The Mets barely made the wild card game, one game above the Padres with an 88-74 record. To put it into perspective, the Tigers made the wild card in the AL. They were second place in our division, and we were 21 games up on them. So in the regular season, we'd be 26 games in front of the Mets in the standings. And if you look at the team rankings there in the top right, they are the 19th ranked team in terms of skill, in terms of talent. So they already were underdogs to even make the playoffs because, 10 teams make the playoffs. And if you look back to us, we were the number one ranked team. So let's take a look at the Mets. What maybe made them have this potentially miracle run to the World Series to this point? The first thing I want to look at is their pitching, because I have a feeling it doesn't look how we think it'll look, but the first thing that comes to mind with the Mets is that DeGrom-Scherzer 1-2 punch that they put together. But I have a feeling regression is hit. And yeah, wow. So DeGrom, only an 87 overall, 34 years old, had a lot of regression this year. Still going to be tough to face, still going to be a tough guy to hit, but he's definitely not that 99 overall that he probably was at the start of this March to October. And then you got Scherzer, not even making the starting rotation. He's over in the bullpen now, down to a 75 overall. He also had a ton of regression this year. He had a bad year. Wow, that's his first bad year too, because even year one of this was still really good. What kind of year did DeGrom have? He had like an identical year to the season before, so he's still really good. The rest of the rotation, you got David Peterson, who is improving, and he had a sub-4 ERA year, not a big strikeout guy. He actually had a losing record. Then you have Taijuan Walker, who had a very good record, but his ERA was over 4. 80 overall. Then you got Jared Eichhoff, 77 overall. He didn't even play last year, and he played most of the season as looks like a long reliever, or at least half the season, and then the other half he made some starts, but his ERA was up there approaching 5. And then Jordan Yamamoto, ERA was above 5. As far as their bullpen goes, they got 60 overalls, man. We might be in really good shape once we get to the bullpen after whoever starts. You got Joey Lucchesi. He actually had a pretty decent long relief year, and then Scherzer. Then you got Tyler McGill, who actually didn't even play in the regular season. Nick Whitgren is one of their 60 overalls, over 6 ERA. Yohan Lopez is another one. He actually didn't do too bad, but he didn't pitch a ton. Then you got Drew Smith with a nice 7.25 ERA at a 73 overall. Sean Reed Foley's another guy who didn't play in the regular season. He didn't play the season before either. That is crazy to have a guy who hasn't played Major League Baseball for 2 seasons to then come back just for the playoffs. And then their closer at a 74 overall is Felix Pena, who did have a pretty good 26 innings, but man, there is nobody scary in this bullpen. 75 with Scherzer and Lucchesi is their highest rated bullpen arms. So if pitching isn't what got them here, if pitching's not scary, then what does their offense look like? Their offense, okay. I mean, there's some dudes, but I don't know. You compare this to our team, and it's not even close, man. You got Marte leading off. Regression hit him big time. Still had a pretty solid year. Still stole 47 bases. And you got Jeff McNeil. He had a pretty solid year. The power came back a little bit. 19 homers. JD Davis is probably one of their best hitters now. He had a pretty good year in terms of progression, 30 homers. Pete Alonso, their power guy, 36 bombs. Eduardo Escobar, though, he's a bigger power hitter than anybody so far, 38 homers. Other than the power, though, he regressed a decent amount. Then you got Dominic Smith, batted over 300 on the year. You got Lindor batting pretty far down in the order. He progressed a lot, and he had 25 homers. The average and on base still not really there. Then they have Rougned Odor. He only played in 69 games. Didn't do too crazy good, but I remember he was a guy that I thought about signing in the offseason. And then Patrick, I don't remember how you say it. Is it Mazeika? I don't know, but he well, also one of those guys that just kind of got called up randomly for the postseason. Bench-wise, they got Tucker Barnhart, who was probably their starting catcher for most of the year. You got Mark Canha, who took a step back this year, regressed. You got Guillorme. I don't know, he's kind of like their version of Zach Collins, if that makes any sense. Didn't play a ton, but he has a really high average and high on base, and more walks than strikeouts. And then you got this Michael Nunn, who it was his rookie season. He batted over 300 as a rookie. So that's their team, man, and that's, I don't know, that's not anything crazy at all. This should be our easiest matchup so far in the postseason, and after looking at their team, it still seems like it. I do, though, before we start, I do want to look at their stats, and why not look at our stats too afterward, but just see if anybody's having a crazy good postseason. Sort by average here. They only got one guy hitting over 300, and that's Escobar. Odor seems to be having a pretty solid postseason. Nobody's having a terrible hitting postseason. Seems like their lineup is pretty standard. I mean, everybody here has played 12 games, and their worst guy is, wow, actually their worst guy is JD Davis, who I said might have been their best overall hitter. Pitching wise, David Peterson has had some good starts. His ERA 1.16. DeGrom has thrown 21 innings with a solid ERA. Joey Lucchesi, as I'm assuming a long reliever. Yeah, he hasn't started any games, but he's thrown 14 innings with only a .61 ERA. Felix Pena's had a pretty solid postseason, and that's kind of about it in terms of who's been good for them. I really don't know, guys. I have no idea how they've made it to this point that they're at. This does not seem like a World Series team. We've played 4 less games than them. Our guys have 8 games played. They had 12. Sort by average for us, TA up there at 343. Luis Robert is batting over 300. Sano is, I mean, he had that huge series against the Mariners. I think he had all 4 home runs in that series. And then other than that, it's pretty much just been guys who've had a good game or two and not really a whole lot of consistency. We're definitely going to want more production out of Eloy and Trey Turner, 2 of our best players during the regular season, and they have not done much. Besides Eloy, his 2 homers have been really clutch. Then we look to the pitching. Giolito has been ridiculously good. 2 starts, 1 8 innings, 1 9. He's only given up 1 run. Dylan Cease has made a couple starts, 17 strikeouts, 1.38 ERA, and Severino has made a couple starts too, but he hasn't been quite as good. Kopech and Lance Lynn, both in 1 start, haven't given up a run. You got Rogers and Crochet, both not having given up a run as lefties in the bullpen, which is huge. Hendricks has got 3 saves, and yeah, that's about it. So I think we're ready to go ahead and start the 2023 World Series. This first key moment we're loading into in Game 1, we're going to have 2 outs. We're going to have a runner on second, and then we're going to have 3 more innings to play after that. So guys, I want to ask, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and let's start the World Series.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Chicago White Sox. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Siggy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
And here we go. Let's get things started. DeGrom on the mound, Luis Robert at the plate. And let's just see. I mean, not much has happened up to this point, but let's just see. Jeff McNeil has been caught stealing twice. DeGrom has 10 strikeouts. Sheets has been caught stealing. Why are you trying to steal, Gavin? TA's got a double. Giolito also has 10 strikeouts. This is an even game. And it's kind of funny to think that this World Series matchup is like the other team in both of their cities. As much as I hate to admit it, the White Sox are definitely just the other team in Chicago. Same thing with the Mets. But here we are. 3-0 count to start it against Robert. I'll take it, man, if you want to walk him. Oh, right on the edge. Oh my god, I went up 3-0 and then took the next 3 pitches for strikes. I don't know how Giolito has so much energy left with 85 pitches thrown, but we will stick with him. Uh-oh. Man, that's not how you want to get things started. And I think if the game had me controlling Luis Robert from the start, we might have actually gotten there. Uh-oh. This is bad. Wow. Those last 2 takes with 2 strikes. Unbelievable. Yeah, Giolito's done. They're obviously not fooled by anything. We're going to go to Crochet. First batter he has to face is Lindor, who's actually a little bit better against lefties, but we got to get 3 outs here, so it's more than just the first guy we face. There we go. We needed that. I was going for the strikeout, but that works the same. 1 out without a runner scoring. Oh, it's a... Oh, that... I think I missed my spot with that slider. Yeah. Alright, that play should be made out there and right from Vaughn. That is a crappy way to give up the first run, but at least it was only 1 run. Bases loaded, nobody outs. You only give up the 1. Definitely could have been worse. So apparently DeGrom won the Cy Young in the NL, because they just said this is Cy Young versus MVP. And I guess so far things haven't gone the way of the MVP. 2 strikeouts. Wow. 2 strikeouts and that. There we go, Sano. He should still beat that, right? Yeah, there we go. Challenge me with that fastball right down the middle. We got to get DeGrom up out of here. As soon as we get him out of the game, we'll be in an infinitely better spot. All right, there we go. A walk after the base hit. We got 2 on. That's not going to drop. That's not what we needed, a 1 pitch out. But we got Gavin Sheets. This is a good matchup. Get through. That is going to get through, but we're not going to be able to do anything. That brings it to the next guy. Potentially our best all-around hitter. Actually, that's probably a stretch because we had a lot of good all-around hitters. But Moncada, you know what I mean. And that's a good swing. That is a good swing to not have anything done. And that's the difference, man. They loaded the bases with nobody out. We didn't do it until we had 2 outs. No. You're going to bunt him over. Whatever. Actually, oh no. For a second, if we didn't get that terrible animation, I thought we were going to be able to get him at second. Man, actually, even J.D. Davis and Pete Alonso are both worse against lefties. I'm going to bring in a new guy, but it's going to be Taylor Rogers. All right, here we go. If we can get 2 ground outs, that'll get the job done. That works too, I guess. Dang, I couldn't. That'll keep it in the ballpark, though. And we won't give anything up here in the 8th. There can't be much more Jacob DeGrom left in the tank here, man. 115 pitches. He's barely got any energy left. As long as we have 1 non-DeGrom inning, we're in this game no matter what. That's not good. 3-pitch strikeout? Are you serious? I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Yeah, wow, dude. Alright, 3-2 count. He's completely gassed now. He's out of juice. And he still strikes me out. Are you kidding me? At least we're going to have a full 9th inning of either a completely gassed DeGrom or somebody not named DeGrom. That's all we need. Sheets, nice, dude. That was a bad animation. That's the one that usually gets by him. Turner should make that play. Nice, 1, 2, 3. 3 quick grounders for Rogers. Let's give it to our offense here, man. Eloy Sano Grandal. We got 2 homers in there somewhere. They're going to stick with DeGrom, so we have a gassed DeGrom, at least to start. Eloy again. He's not doing it often this postseason, but when he does, he's making it count. His 3rd home run of the postseason, only his 4th hit. And every single one of these home runs has come in the clutch. 130 plus pitches for DeGrom, completely out of energy, and they were sticking with them until something like that happened. And yeah, of course that's going to do it for him, but it's too late, man. Nick Whitgren coming in. Is he one of their 60 overalls? He is. He's a 68. What are they doing? And it's basically a clean inning at this point. Still nobody out. Oh my god, dude. That was like the same as his last at bat where it was 3-2. Challenged him with a fastball right down the middle, but I missed it this time. How did I even miss that? Grandal! Perfect, no doubt walk-off. What a way to end game 1, dude. 2 guys who are having terrible postseasons, hitting home runs in the clutch, and I called it. Did I not call it? When we saw who was due up, it was Eloy Sano Grandal, and I said we got 2 homers in there somewhere, and we did. We had exactly that. And if we were able to win the game that DeGrom started, we might have a clear path to a sweep in this World Series. That's gotta be one of the more exciting ways to start a World Series, man. You get a pretty good pitcher's duel at least through 6 until Giolito fell apart. But then 2 homers in the 9th inning, in the bottom of the 9th, 1 to tie it, 1 to walk it off. I was worried there for a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. Even though I said as long as we have a DeGrom free inning, I felt good. I was still nervous. I was still worried that I was gonna find some way to blow it. So that's 1 win in the books. Let's see what game 2 is gonna look like. We're gonna be going into game 2 down a run this time. Pretty much what ended up being what last game was, even though we didn't start down 1. But this time we're gonna have nobody out with our runner on first, and let's not waste any time. Let's hop into game 2. All right, Moncada leading off against the lefty. They have 1 hit, we have 2. Starling Marte has 2 stolen bases. So I'm guessing what happened here was a Marte base hit. He stole second, he stole third, and then Pete Alonso drove him in with a sac fly. David Peterson has given up 2 hits, a walk. He struck out 4 in 5 innings. Severino threw 6, only the 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and it's the bottom 3 in our order today who have the only ones who've done anything. We got a hit from Sano, a walk from Eloy, and a hit from Moncada. Let's try and make it 2 hits from Moncada. That could bloop in. It is. He tried to dive, couldn't make the play. We got runners on first and second now with nobody out. Man, how great would that have been if he completely whiffed on it, though? That would have been an instant tie game. All right, man, we got the top of the order. Trey Turner, buddy, do something here in the postseason, please. That's not even going to bloop in. Not even close. That's a bad swing by me, though. You got to go with that pitch if you're going to swing at it. That's going to get through. I'm going to send him. 59 speed. It took a while to get to him. Yeah, that's an easy run. Tie it up here right away. Tim Anderson staying hot in the postseason. Oh, that. I thought that was a gapper at first. No. Please get out of play. That's not going to get out of play, is it? Oh, dude. I thought I was all over that. All right. I'm trying not to be upset because we scored and tied it, but dude, I really, between Vaughn and Robert there, should have gotten more. All right, Severino, 70 pitches in, got a lot of energy. Let's make it happen. There we go, up and in on the heat. There's 1 down in the 7th. Pete Alonso on the ground to TA. We'll take that. There we go. We got him to pop up. That is a big inning from Severino. 3-4-5 down, 1-2-3. Oh my god. I don't know. I swear I saw that out of his hand as a slider. I really don't know how it was still that far in front of it. Oh, and a chopper from Sano. Dude, that's a terrible inning. Wow. Alright, we will take it. As long as it's an out. There we go. Weak grounder to Moncada. Another weak grounder. Not much speed. We can make this play. There we go. Severino gives us 8. I think I'm going to go to Hendricks no matter what in the 9th, and I would love for that to be a save. Dang, that is not, again, just like that one slider from DeGrom in the last game at the top of the zone. That was not a hanger. It was right over the middle of the plate, but that had some nasty break on it. All right, there we go. 4-pitch walk to Moncada. We got a base runner for the top of the order. Turner, dude. That could bloop in, actually. It's not gonna. Oh, dude. I was not expecting to be having this much trouble against David Peterson. You know, actually, now that I look at it, it'd probably be smarter to go to Crochet instead of Hendricks now. 3 guys who don't really hit lefties as good. 2 of them are lefties. We'll go to Crochet now. That's not the start you want. Garrett, the 9-hole hitter. Wait, they're actually... Dude, if Crochet would just field bunts better, that'd have been twice now that we could have gotten the runner at second. No shot. Oh! Okay, well. Okay, now what? I'm gonna go to Hendricks. I know Davis and Alonso are both better against righties, but Crochet is pretty clearly not the look here. Just get back-to-back strikeouts here with Liam. There we go. You don't want to swing the bat, I'll put it in the zone. Jeez, dude. I think he looked at all 6 of those pitches. And there we go. He wants to look at it too. You can do that, buddy. Hendricks actually did it, man. 2 strikeouts, 2 batters faced, kept it at 1. Now let's walk it off. They got a Yoan of their own, Yoan Lopez. He's their other 60 overall guy. Why are they bringing in these guys? No, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say that was supposed to be a check, but it was in the zone anyway. Vaughn, I just missed that, dude. Bring in Sheets, the destroyer of righties. Oh, stop it. I was just under it, dude. How did I not do anything that inning? All right, well, extras it is, I guess. Liam's gonna keep racking them up here. Another strikeout. All right, grounder to second. Turner's there. Vaughn, you gotta get there. He's got enough room. He's there. Let's not make this last any longer than it needs to. Rondal, Sano, Eloy. That's the same 3 that did it last time. All right, that works. Lead off walk. We're gonna get some speed out there. We gotta have somebody who can score. We gotta have more than 3 speed. Oh, Sano! He did it this time. The one guy of the 3 that came up to the plate in the 9th in the last game that didn't hit a home run just does it today instead. That was destroyed too. I don't know if you guys paid attention to how far back that went. I wonder if we can get a distance on that. I don't think we can, actually. Yeah, we definitely can't. That sucks, but that was a shot. 2 games in a row, walking it off with a home run. A perfect. No doubters. What a start to the World Series. I would obviously love to be winning these games a bit more decisively, but as long as we're winning, walk-offs are just as fun. All right, game 3 will be away in New York. What's it gonna look like? Another game in the 6th, another game 0-0, and another game where we have a runner on. But we are going to be saving that for the next episode. Hopefully we can just end it, win the next 2 games, sweep the World Series. But either way, that does it for this one. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. But that does it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. and I will see you next time.